Have you ever noticed your gut symptoms get worse when you start worrying about what might happen next week, next month, or even tomorrow? If your digestive symptoms tend to flare up when your mind starts racing about the future, you're not imagining it. It's not all in your head, but it's quite likely in your nervous system. In today's video, I'll explain why the body reacts to future stress like it's a threat and what we can do to calm these responses down so the gut feels more settled. Gut symptoms aren't just about what you eat. They're often influenced by how your brain and nervous system respond to stress, and in particular, stressful and worrying thoughts and emotions. When your brain thinks you might be in danger, it switches on the fight, flight, freeze, or fawn system, which diverts blood away from digestion, as it's not worried about digesting your last meal, but rather getting your body ready to fight, run, or freeze. Of course, if we really are in danger, that's really useful. But when the nervous system stays on high alert and keeps being affected when there's no immediate threat, that's when digestive issues can become neuroplastic, or what we call learned symptoms. Of course, it's natural to worry about gut symptoms and whether they'll flare up at work, when we're on a plane, or at a social event. This is called anticipatory anxiety, fear about what might happen in the future but isn't happening right now. If you are somebody who experiences anxiety, take a moment to reflect on how much of this is about what might happen opposed to what has happened or what is happening. And here's the thing, your gut and nervous system react to that imagined threat almost as if it's real. Here in Melbourne, in Australia, we had a really long COVID lockdown, so a lot of people were working from home. And a pattern that I noticed with a number of my clients and even friends and family who experienced digestive issues was that during lockdown, they tended to calm down. But as soon as the emails came in saying it's time to get back to the office, a number of these people started having digestive issues right then. So even before they had to get back, just the thought of going back tended to trigger their symptoms all over again. And this wasn't a new illness. What had changed was the context. The brain perceived danger and the protective gut response switched back on. A key challenge with anticipatory anxiety is that it encourages avoidance. Avoiding food, avoiding outings, avoiding travel, among many other things. In the short term, this might feel safer, but in the longer term, it tends to shrink our lives and actually trains the nervous system to keep the gut on high alert. For many of us, the dreaded what if might be, what if I have a flare when I'm out for dinner? What if I can't control what I eat at a work function? Or what if I need the toilet and I can't find one? And all of these thoughts and what ifs strengthen the fear, pain cycle. So I just wanted to take you through a few of my favourite tools to use when trying to unhook from unhelpful thoughts. These what if thoughts that tend to drive that pain fear cycle. So the first one I'll take you through is called defusion, and it's from acceptance and commitment therapy, otherwise known as ACT. And with this exercise, instead of believing every thought that we think, we shift into noticing what our mind is saying and doing. We shift into the observer self. So we become the part of us who's noticing the thoughts. And the easiest way I've found to do this is to put some words before the thought. So something like, I'm having the thought that my stomach will be unbearable if I go back to work. I'm having the thought that I can't get on the plane because what if I need the toilet, or what if I have a flare up? Another way you might prefer to phrase it is, oh, here's the dodgy tummy story again, or here's the urgency story, or here's the bloaty story. Just by putting some words before the thought, we're acknowledging the thought, but we're also creating some distance from it. It also creates distance from the thought and our body's automatic reaction to them. When this strategy is used often and consistently over time, it retrains our brain, our gut, and our nervous system. I also find by using this consistently, it's almost like the brain becomes bored of the thought and they naturally just reduce. Not because we needed the thought to go away, but just because we noticed it, we acknowledged it, we saw it, and we didn't respond to it. So naturally, it just didn't need to keep coming back and reminding us that we might be in danger because we changed our response. The thought gets less, our mind and our body become a calmer place. The other tool that I find really useful when you're caught up in that pain, fear cycle is to just ground in mindfulness. And this is one of those exercises that's simple, but not necessarily easy because we just have to remember to do it. And it simply involves something as simple as taking a breath, feeling your feet on the floor, noticing the chair or the floor beneath you, and just naming a couple of things that you can see in your environment. It might be looking outside and seeing something in nature. It might be just seeing something in your immediate environment, a piece of furniture. It doesn't have to be profound. It can be really simple, but it's just grounding you in that moment and reminding you that right here, right now, you are safe. And you can say that to yourself as you notice the things in your environment. Right here, right now, I am safe. And when you do this, it usually calms your mind, reminding you that all you really have is this moment right now. And as the mind settles, the gut often follows. And again, the motivation for doing this is to not make our scary thoughts go away or to make our symptoms go away. It really is to just be present in the moment rather than worrying about what may happen in the future. So instead of fighting with your what if thoughts, I encourage you to notice them, create some space, and do what you can to return to the present moment. Over time, your nervous system learns that you can handle these situations and that your gut symptoms can follow and begin to settle too. In the comments, I'd love to hear what you've been avoiding for fear of having digestive issues, and one small step you can take to reclaim that thing and do something that's important to you, even if you're having some scary thoughts and worrying about what may happen. And if you'd like more personalised support to calm down the nervous system and reduce gut-related neuroplastic pain, I work one-on-one through hypnosis and coaching. You can book a 20-minute consultation with me through the link in the comments. Thanks for listening today, and I'll see you next time.